Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, we are still on the Senzo Meyiwa Trial. You know, family, the topic that we are going to talk about on this video, I think we have already dealt with it, but because I was not satisfied, I had some questions. Why did it happen in that manner? And because I could not get one, I ended up having to make my own research to find out why was Judge Ratha not satisfied about the way Advocate Mnisi sent him the message. Family, Judge Ratha was the only one who was not satisfied about this. He kept on saying, I don't even know what to call it. Whether it's a letter, it's a text, it's a note, I don't even know what to call it. And looking at Attorney Ramosipile and Advocate Baloyi, they both agreed that there was nothing wrong with what Advocate Mnisi did by communicating via the registry. The person who did not want to respond was Advocate Nxumalo. When Judge Ratha wanted him to say something about it, Nxumalo said, no comment. I cannot comment on that. Yes, I can't do it, but I'm not going to comment. And Ratha didn't say much to say why is he not happy. He didn't say much, family. Hence, up to now, I had a challenge of understanding his reasons. And because of that, I had to go and dig down. I did my research. I wanted to know and find out why is Ratha not satisfied. Family, we're going to play this clip that we have already played before, where Judge Ratha is reading out the message to the court. Then after reading out, then we will discuss what I have found out as maybe the reason why Judge Ratha was not satisfied about this communication from Advocate Mnisi. Family, let's listen.
So that is it. Now I've got a note here, which I was read to you. The lady, my registrar, showed me this in her phone. Hello, your phone? I've excoriated it enough. It just shut up. Hey. When did you receive this?
It was sent yesterday.
Okay. Oh, it's from Mr. Who? Ashley Mzukela. Yeah, I'm saying it comes from Ashley.
No.
No, I see. But you say?
It was sent to me and Ashley.
Oh, to you and Ashley. Okay, fine. It's from Advocate Mnisi. Okay, let's read it. Dear colleague, it's not addressed to me because I'm not his colleague. May you kindly convey my humble request of leave of absence on Monday, the 9th June, 2025, to the Honorable Judge. The reason for my unavailability on this date is that I will be running the Comrades Marathon on Sunday, the 8th of June 2020, and will be driving back on the following day, being the Monday. That I have referred to. I know this may affect the proceedings in the above mentioned matter, but may I apologize in advance for the inconvenience to be occasioned by this request. Kind regards. Now this is what I talk about. Mr. Mnisi doesn't think he can write to me directly. He writes to me through my registrar Ashley and the lady in front here. And he says they must tell me that he's not coming to court on Monday. He'll be running the Comrades Marathon. Mr. Ngumal, what do you think about this type of letter? I don't know, it's not even a letter, it's written in a...
My Lord, honestly, I'll need like to remain silent already.
No, you don't have to remain silent.
I have no comment.
Would you do that? You, would you do that?
No, I haven't. I've never done it.
No, fine. But would you do that?
No, I don't do that.
Mr. Ramusepidi?
As the court pleases, my Lord, I think the proper procedure between the communication between His Lordship is normally through the registrar. And then if Mr. Mnisi, perhaps like it arrived now, I'm not in his mind, perhaps he was still going to raise it with the court, but the proper procedure, from my understanding, is via the registrar. Is the court?
No, this can't be via the registrar. He's telling the registrar to tell me that he won't be around on Monday. Is that proper?
My Lord, that's how far I can take it regarding that submission, my Lord. Mr. Mnisi is here before court.
No, he has written this. And so I don't know what I must do, because this I'm told I'm not coming to court on Monday. I'll be driving back.
Yes, ek het iemand wat ek graag baie
What is it? Mr. Baloyi, what do you think about this type of address?
As Mr. Ramusepulu pointed out, I think normal courtesy dictates that we communicate through the registrar and not directly with the judge. And I think that's what Advocate Mnisi had in mind. We never communicate directly with the judge, and I think that's what the ethics also dictate.
So you communicate through the registrar to tell the judge that I won't be coming to court on Monday?
Yes. I think in instances where counsel wants to communicate directly with the judge, then a meeting will be arranged in chambers and all the parties will be there. But if a party wants to perhaps convey a message to the judge, then they would channel it through the registrar. That would be the normal practice, my lord.
So I'm not going to respond. If Mr. Mnisi doesn't want to come to court on Monday, that's his business. I will be in court. And the JP expects me to be in court. Can't tell the JP somebody is going to run the marathon. So case should stop. Everybody should watch the marathon, I suppose.
Family, there we are. The first concern that Judge Ratha has after reading out this note, Judge Ratha is concerned about Advocate Mnisi writing this, addressing this to the registrar and not to him. Yes, he understands Mnisi can speak to him via the register, but he needs to address this to him. Hence, he says, Advocate Mnisi says, dear a colleague, and I'm not his colleague. Therefore, it means he's not addressing this to me. That's my understanding, number one, of Judge Ratha's concern. Judge Ratha feels he was supposed to be addressed in this note, in this message. But unfortunately, the message is addressed to the registrar. For the registrar to go and convey the message to Judge Ratha. Now, my first question was that is Advocate Baloyi and Attorney Ramusepeli correct by saying a communication is done via the registry? That was my first question when I conducted my research. Family, let's look at what I found out when I did that research. I'm going to read it out to you, family. I checked this on Google and it says, my question was, is it correct for the advocate to communicate to the judge via the registry? That was my question. And then the answer says yes. It is possible for lawyers to submit reports or documents to a judge via the registry, particularly through Court Online. This electronic filing system allows legal practitioners to submit documents to the court electronically from anywhere. However, it's important to note that all submissions will indicate the details of the legal practitioner who registered using their LPC number. LPC being Legal Practice Council number, meaning all legal practitioners who are registered, they have this LPC number. And then according to the Office of the Chief Justice, Court Online is designed to minimize physical movement within the court buildings, reduce paper documents, and improve efficiency in document filing and retrieval. This is what it says. Now that it says yes, they must communicate via the registrar to the judge, then my next question was, can lawyers or advocates use cell phone texts to communicate to the judge via the registrar? So meaning, can they use cell phone text messages to the registrar to convey the message to the judge? That was my next question. Family, let's read out the answer. I'll read it out to you and then maybe we'll discuss this after I am done. The answer to that question says no. Lawyers generally cannot use cell phone text messages to report to a judge via the registry. While text messages are considered written documents under the Electronic Communications and Transactions Act, they are not the appropriate medium for formal court reporting. So meaning, if it's a formal report that a lawyer or an advocate wants to give to the judge, they cannot use cell phone text messages. Remember, family, what Advocate Mnisi was sending to the judge, it was a formal communication. So it was supposed to be done in a proper manner, according to what is here. Another explanation says no. Lawyers generally do not report directly to the judge via text message through the registry. While the court online system allows electronic filing and notifications, text messages are not the primary or accepted method for formal communication or reporting to the court. So family, my understanding says lawyers or advocates cannot use text messages directed to the judge, even if it's through the registry, if they are reporting formal matters. So that matter of saying, I won't be able to come to court on Monday, for me, it's a formal message. It's not that informal where one can use an SMS or maybe one can use WhatsApp message. It is a formal message that needs proper documents to convey to the judge. Family, if it's a formal matter to report to the judge, then let's look at what are the formal reporting channels to the judge. It says the court registry has established procedures for reporting information to the judge, and these typically involve official documents or emails. So meaning, if it's a formal a report that you want to give to the judge, official documents or emails needs to be used. And my understanding ke that official document or that email will have the letterheads, will have the name of the company, will have your LPC number, will have the name of whoever the directors of that law company, and it will be sent to the judge. It can be via the registrar to the judge, informing the judge that I won't be able to report on duty on a particular day. And then, family, to sum up this argument, the reason why one needs to use official documents or emails, it's legal to do that. And what are the legal requirements for doing that? When we read there, it says certain court documents require specific formats. It requires signatures or acknowledgements that a text message cannot fulfill. So when we write a text message, a WhatsApp, or maybe sometimes an SMS, you find that in most cases, we don't even append our signatures on that. We just send the message without signing on that document. So hence it is very important to use official documents or to use email and submit to the registrar for the registrar to pass it to the judge. Family, I hope you enjoy this video. Please listen with understanding before you can argue. Let's listen with understanding and make your own research. When you argue this, argue it with understanding, family. Make me to understand as well your reasons why you do not agree with me. So after doing this, then I started to understand why was Judge Ratha not satisfied. Because to be honest, I agreed with Baloyi and Attorney Ramosepeli when they said there is nothing wrong. I could see nothing wrong as well. But Judge Ratha wanted this to be formal. He wanted to formalize it because these people are not friends. These people are at work, and this is an official place. A court is an official place. So if it's an official place, we need to act formally. We need to act as officials. That's my argument about the whole thing. But anyway, family, let's meet in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Please like it before you leave. Subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so yet. I love you, family. Thank you. Bye.